And let's talk about Katy Perry, another one who's a mess. Now, I was going to play the clip, but I don't want to get demonetized because I don't necessarily know if the Call Me Daddy podcast is going to try to come down on me and be like, oh, you're playing our video. So I'll just read you what Katy had to say. So she, an interview that she did that popped up today, the Call Me Daddy podcast, I told her it was a bit, all of a sudden, before that, on Beyonce's birthday, everybody came out with their mess. So in a new interview, Katy Perry briefly addressed her collaborations with songwriter and producer Dr. Luke Gottwald on the recent singles Woman's World and Lifetimes. Now, in an interview with Call Her Daddy, released on Wednesday, September 4th, the pop star, who's 39, noted the producer who worked on some of her biggest hits, like I Kissed a Girl, California Girls, and Teenage Dream. He has a thing for girls, apparently, and was involved in nearly a decade-long legal battle with Kesha, or as they used to call it, K-E dollar sign her. Remember that? Who was the one that called that? Was that James Vanderbeek? I remember like when he did that, but it was like K-E dollar sign her. But anyway. And they said that, yeah, the decade-long legal battle with Kesha was one of many collaborators. She said, I understood that it started a lot of conversations, and he was one of many collaborators that I collaborated with. But the reality is, it comes from me. This is what she said of Dr. Luke, who's 50. You know, they love to point out somebody's age. The truth is, I wrote these songs from my experience of my whole life going through the metamorphosis, and he was one of the people to help facilitate all that. One of the writers, one of the producers. I'm speaking from my own experience. Okay, but here's the thing. Oh wait, let me just finish what she said, because she said more. She says, when I speak about women's world, I speak about feeling so empowered now as a mother, as a woman, giving birth, creating life, creating another set of organs, a brain, a heart. I created a whole ass heart, and I did it, and I'm still doing it. Meaning what? You pregnant again? Or you just talking about raising your child? She continued by saying, I'm still a matriarch and feeling really grounded in that. That's where I'm speaking from. So I created all this with several different collaborators, people I've collaborated with from the past, from Teenage Dream era, all of that. But here's the thing, you still didn't answer the question. Answer the question, Claire. Answer the question. Please be able to tell me what movie that's from. But anyway, um, I don't understand why she just couldn't answer the damn question, or just don't address it at all. Because I'm sure when she was interviewed by the girl that's doing, I don't even know her name because I don't watch Call Her Daddy podcast. Like I reference the show a lot on here, and we've talked about it on, you know, whenever she's interviewed certain celebrities or whatever the case is. But and she had to read the question from the card. I'd have just came out with the damn question, but I guess whatever. I don't know if she was nervous, whatever the case is. But the thing was, you didn't answer the question. You didn't say, why did you have to work with him? You could have worked with any other producers and stuff on this record. You don't need to work with the same guy who has this reputation for of abuse. From so far, we only know one person. I would have been with her if she would have just been upfront and honest and say, you know what? Kesha and I, we were cool at one point. We had a falling out, and oh wait, she wouldn't have said all that because then they would have been like, "Oh, she's doing this out of spite." But if you're saying that you don't believe Kesha and what she and the accusations of her saying about Dr. Luke because she didn't like the contract she was in, quiet as it's kept, everybody pretty much get a shitty damn contract unless you real smart and you got the right people in your corner that knows how to get you the coin title that you need to get out of your contract. But for the most part, a lot of people sign on to shitty contracts. So I don't understand why she gonna act brand new all of a sudden and be like, well, I want to get out of my contract. And that's what people feel like that's what Kesha did. There's been a known story going around the industry. I've even had people DMing me this stuff. I'm not going to reveal my sources, but I've heard people say this. They said that Kesha and her mother, PB, are known to lie about things in the industry, including this assault situation that she's accused Dr. Luke of. If you are someone who did not believe that Kesha was being truthful in regards of what she said that Dr. Luke did to her, and she pulled this lie to ruin this man because she didn't want to be in a record deal with him, with the Kimosabi Records, I believe that is Dr. Luke. She didn't want to be in that under his thumb anymore. She didn't want to be in his contract. First of all, he produced a lot of her biggest hits. So if she didn't want to be under in that locked in that contract anymore, and this was the drastic measure she decided to take in the situation, then you could have just stood on business and just been like, I don't believe Kesha. If she would have said that, I feel like we would have, some people would have still been pissed at your answer, but at least you were upfront and honest. And I have to applaud you for being that. But since you're going to sit up in here and backpedal and sidestep and dance around the hateration and the holleration in the dancery of the conversation, then it's a bunch of BS. And I feel like at this point, Kesha, Katy, you pretty much are continuing to dig this hole even deeper. I feel like you pretty much is making people look like you just a dumb bird that just don't care. That I do feel like that the only reason why you have collaborated with Dr. Luke on this record, you talking about this is motherhood and babies and eggs and brains and titties and hearts and shit. I mean, we can sit up in here and do a whole episode of Grey's Anatomy vocal stuff, music style, like you trying to do. But it doesn't equate the fact that all these songs you put out are basic as hell. The songs sound dated, so I'm not buying this story that you're trying to pull out. Well, this is my life, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, girl, these sound like a bunch of old ass, retreaded, leftover, cutting room floor tracks that your label, Capitol Records, forced you into a bunch of damn studio sessions, brought you a bunch of old ass demos, and you're just trying to breathe some life into it. But the songs are more lifeless than anything. So I just really wish you would be honest about this whole thing. And I do feel like a lot of people are not buying what you're selling. And I feel like, just as in the words of Whoopi Goldberg, girl, please stop talking. Please stop talking right now. When she told Meg McCain that a couple of years ago when she was on The View running off with her wide ass mouth. It's just like, stop talking, because you just continue to bury yourself even deeper in this situation. And I feel like there's no matter what you say, because you're not being honest, this album's gonna be a flop, especially in America. Now, I know she's gonna do Rock in Rio. I heard it sold out. Because she'll probably have, should be doing, you know what? Somebody also said Chaperone is like Katy Perry in a lot of ways, where they make kids bop music. When they said that, I cackled. Because it's like, I don't get the appeal. Basically sounds like kids bop. And I'm like, you want to know something? Once you get past the hype and the fact that Chaperone songs do get caught up in your head, it do give kids bop tease. H-O-T-T-O. Like, it feels very much Teletubby, Barney and Friends, Kids Bop. It does give that. And so does Katy Perry. Well, her music, she'll probably have a bunch of damn men in shark, costumes dancing to California Girls, like she always does. Or a giant turd, or whatever the stupid stuff that she had on that damn, residency in Vegas. So I just feel like she is just so desperate for a hit, like it's the 2010s. And if you want to forego all your morals just to have the same success you did with the Teenage Dream and the Witness era, just own up to that. But she's not going to do that because, like I said about Cardi B and the whole situation earlier, her ego is going to get the best of her. So she's not going to do that. Now, some of the comments, and then we can get up off this, said the following, because when I saw the video floating on the Twitter that I wanted to play for y'all, but I was like, I'm not going to take that risk. I was like, why is Laurel trending? That must be Laurel from the challenge. I gotta watch that. Oh, wait, I forgot. Today is Wednesday. But anyway, so they said, but if Dr. Luke was doing this to her daughter, she would be singing a different tune. She was left in the 2010s for a reason. Another person said the way she didn't even answer the question, LOL. And then somebody goes, wait. So she still chose to work with Dr. Luke, even though there were several collaborators she worked with in the past? Another person said, as a mom, she should know not to support predators, alleged predators. They said, this is textbook deflection. This is another person said it, ignoring the question and inadvertently supporting the opposition's claim with its negative side effects. And here's the thing, if she was a good damn reporter, and I didn't see the whole thing, so I don't know if she did, but if y'all seen the video, let me know in the comments. Like, did she push back a little bit and be like, but yeah, you still didn't answer my question? I don't think she did, because some of y'all just be so happy to have a celebrity in the room with y'all that y'all don't really push and really get to the. It's like, but Yeah, but still doesn't explain why you decided to work with him. I understand that this is why you came up with this thing, and I'm sure she look, the chick asked Katy, "Oh, can I ask you about the question?" And Katy prepped herself, or her team was like, "Yeah, they're gonna ask you the question. And this is what you say, or whatever the case, or that's the best she can come up with." But I would have really sat down and thought about, okay, what am I going to say? It's the fact that I just want to work with the same team of people that have always given me like some of the biggest hits. That's what you could have said, or like I said, the whole thing about you don't believe catch up. Just say that. So I'm not buying what Katie's selling. She full of shit, and just say, like I said, you want to collaborate with the same people that gave you your biggest hits from Teenage Dream and Witness because you are trying to regain that, that the iconic status of having the big hits that you had back in the 2010s. But with them meeting them mid-ass songs you was releasing, girl, that's a time that has long passed. Because the music industry is not bumping them dated ass dance beats. So I say all this to say, what do y'all think? Are y'all buying what Katy Perry is selling? Let me know in the comments down below.